Havoc! Metal! Chaos!
At its best, Sonic Forces feels like an adrenaline-fueled roller coaster that gives me that rush of fast action. Unfortunately, there are far too many times the game falls flat in between those more exciting moments.
Sonic? You're alive! Wait, what? Oh, you're that Sonic from another dimension, aren't you?
I've never played a Sonic the Hedgehog game for the story, but at first glance, Sonic Forces' premise did look promising. As per usual, Dr. Robotnik is planning to take over the world, only this time, he has brought all of Sonic's past adversaries with him. We see Metal Sonic, Shadow, Chaos, and even Zavok, all of which are villains in the most popular games in the series. But don't get too excited, because we only see them very briefly, usually in uninspired boss fights. But Chaos doesn't even show up but in a few cutscenes, making me wonder why he was even teased in the first place. There is a new villain introduced, named Infinity, but his overdramatic dialogue makes him feel more like a bad Final Fantasy villain than a Sonic the Hedgehog foe.
I can taste your terror, child. All that anxiety and doubt. It's delicious.
The gameplay is by far the best thing about Sonic Forces. It manages to deliver that fast, addicting sense of running on a roller coaster that past games like Sonic Adventure and Generations have become known for. The game's levels can be broken down into 3 categories: Sonic 3D levels, the new Avatar levels, and the classic 2D Sonic levels. The modern Sonic 3D levels and Avatar levels are by far the highlights. They will have you looping, winding, and dodging at breakneck speeds, and on occasion they even seamlessly transform into 2D stages without ever slowing down. It's fun, it's exciting, and really is the best 3D Sonic platforming we've had since Sonic Generations. Where the gameplay takes a major step back is the 2D classic Sonic levels. They often feel uninspired, especially when compared to this year's Sonic Mania. I found classic Sonic often moving far too slow, and when I finally was able to pick up speed, I was immediately stopped by a poorly placed obstacle. These levels are very frustrating, and I found myself struggling to even come back and revisit them. Boss fights can be hit or miss. Most of them just repeat themselves only with different villains. Some of them can be fun though, but the most frustrating thing is when a cutscene leads you to believe that a boss fight's coming, and then you're only given QuickTime events. This happens far too often, and the QuickTime events are so frustratingly simple that it just feels lazy.
Without a fight.
You're so gonna regret that. Hedgehogs don't make good snacks.
The game's 30 levels, while being fun to run through, do feel a bit bland. You have the typical Green Hill Zone and Chemical Zone that we've come accustomed to in every Sonic game, but I couldn't name a single one of the new settings, not even if I was forced to. And it's not because it's bad, it's just because it's kinda bland and forgettable. Even the typical so cheesy it's good Sonic soundtrack feels pretty average at best this time around. Of course, that could be affected by the constant characters talking over each level. They add absolutely nothing important to the story, and they feel the need to chime in with just useless dialogue. It gets rather frustrating at times. The character creator is fun, however. There is something bizarrely amusing about earning new outfits for your avatar. And even though the character creator is far more limited than most games, there's just enough options to make anyone feel like their character is unique. While the avatars do little in affecting the story or the gameplay, I will admit that it is a welcome addition to see my goofy looking avatar interacting with other Sonic characters. It's cheesy, but in a fun way, and definitely not a way that hurts the game.
There's enemy territory. Keep going, Shadow.
Got it. E123 Omega here. Extermination proceeding without incident. No problems to report.
Extermination? This is supposed to be a recon mission. You can't go making a big scene.
For as much as Sonic Forces gets wrong, it's still hard not to enjoy what it gets right. Many levels are super fun, and I could see myself revisiting them to collect all the red coins and even trying to S-rank all the bonus stages. The short level design makes for the perfect pick up and play session, especially on the Switch. However, unlike Sonic Mania, I could not recommend this game to anyone who doesn't already love the blue blur. It's unoriginal and it has several flaws that only the die-hard Sonic fans would be willing to forgive.